I was driving home from work the other day, and I was a few blocks from my house, and I live near the downtown of a small town. And as I was driving up to a light, I saw one of the students in my school who happens to be a very outgoing first grade student, and she saw me. And so she started yelling my name, and it was a beautiful day, so I had my window open. And I start waving and yelling her name back. And then I saw that she had a very confused looking grandmother with her. So as I pulled to a stop at the stoplight, I started yelling like who I am. My name's Mrs. Rod, and so on and so forth, chatting. And then the light turned green, and my daughter said, "Mom, you better go." And so I continued on. But this reminded me again of how much I love working and living in the same community. What a joy that is, and how meaningful I think that can be for students to have those connections between their educators and their families. I have had many encounters like this. I ran into one of my students recently and realized that he was part of a group of 5 children who were walking up and down the aisles of the Goodwill. And then I saw them as a pack again with their mom and dad in the Walmart. And it gave me a whole new insight into that family and made the student know me on a different level. I've even had this where it's funny, where students will actually sometimes enjoy me calling home, even if they're in trouble, because they'll be so happy that I'm calling and getting to know their family. So those connections can be really important, and the students draw a lot of comfort knowing that those connections are happening. Also, they can be incredibly fruitful. Working with parents, I've recently been working just this past week with a family on helping with attendance and having a student get to school on time, and it's been incredibly fruitful, and we've really been able to see huge progress in getting the student to school. In terms of academics, we can make great progress. The one danger, of course, is that every year a lot more find out where I live because Halloween, and they all come and they trick or treat, and they find out that Mrs. Rod is not too far away from them. But again, it is a joy, and you see that every time you make a connection with a student and they get to see you interacting with their parents or their guardians or their grandparents. It's just a really important thing for them. And it makes you so much stronger as a united front when it comes to really helping that child.